Another map I was extremely excited to make a video about was the map that's been dying to be redone for years and years, the map of Nuke. I hope you all enjoy. The first thing I always look for on a map are the vehicles. One of the few I did find was this here truck, which seemed to be at first parked in an unusable spot, but the exhaust coming out of the rear seems to tell us differently. It seems the vehicle is still able to start and drive, unlike many of the other vehicles on other maps such as Dust 2 or Inferno. I wish I could hop right in and drive around the map to see more of a view. But it does seem odd why Valve would leave a vehicle running like that. Next I took a look at all the signs around the map, which by the way seem to be a German-based map with the use of all these words. Although many of the same words and phrases are repeated multiple times across this map, it seems that one common message is to be heard about this map. It is a very dangerous area to be in. Here's a list of what the words and phrases mean. Achtung, danger. Unbefgeten ist der Zutritt verboten. Unauthorized access is prohibited. Sperrig kein Zutritt radioactive. Blocked area, radioactive, no entry. Controlbereich, radioactive. Control panel, radioactive. Achtung, Hochspannung. High voltage. Gefahr durch Kran. Danger by crane. And this one was one of the oddest ones because I actually throughout the whole map could not find a single crane of any sort. Maybe I just didn't see it. I'm really sorry for my terrible German accent. I don't know why I speak like that, and yeah, sorry. Then I noticed a sign with a very big hand on it, which could have meant, whoa, stop, and do not enter, or do not touch the gate because it's electric and will kill you. You decide whichever one you see. The ultimate secret of this map is one which I have never known about before, and is honestly probably one of the creepiest but most awesome discoveries I've ever made so far on these map secret videos. In the back of the terrorist spawn is a shack or a guardhouse just outside the map's boundaries, behind a heavy fence. When first looking over I noticed a pair of legs lying on the ground. As I got closer I then realized the blood on the ground as well as a single shot through the shack's window. The man inside was dead, seemingly murdered, but for what? Either way, it's the only map I know of so far that has a dead body within sight of the players. Next, and obviously a much lamer discovery than the last one, is the leftover rebarb and support beams within the first bunker. It seems odd that Valve would leave a few inches of each beam to be seen through the floor, or maybe it's just a design flaw or issue that couldn't be fixed. There also seems to be a little wiring problem gone wrong, as it looks like a little explosion might have gone off. Next to the apparently radioactive control panel, I found two sets of maps, and tried for way too long of a time to identify which locations they each mapped out. I don't know what the exact areas are, but it would be easy to guess they represent somewhere in Germany. Or they could be mapping out nuclear targets across the world. The next thing I noticed was the amazing amount of fire protection across the map with fire extinguishers, which makes complete sense with this being probably the most dangerous map in all of CSGO. Fire extinguishers will save the day, no matter what the situation. One oddity that I noticed was the only English on the entire map seemed to be on the radioactive materials which were on both bomb sites. It seems weird how everything else was written in German, whilst the things being blown up were marked in the American language. Makes you wonder who Valve intended us to think placed the nuclear containers there in the first place. One secret on the map I couldn't figure out was the clock on the B bomb site, which reads the time 8:24. The time never changes no matter what time you actually play the game, deathmatch or competitive, and I really do not have any idea what the secret behind such a specific time would be. I also like the addition of the life floating devices on the bomb site, which could really come in handy if the place magically flooded. One of the last things I looked for was a company which seemed to dominate the entire map, a company by the name of Harz Kernkraftwerk, which stands for Nuclear Power Station in German. Again, which makes a lot of sense. The other words following the company's name stand for Energy Works. Again, I noticed another vehicle blocking an entrance. It was cool. I found a random sign outside the map which reads Nuclear Waste Location, which again makes sense. And again, I found another stack of masonry mortar, which I have in the past two maps, Dust 2 and Inferno, which seems to be the most frequently used item across all CSGO maps. I also found signs which warn players to be careful around the stairs and telling us to make sure we don't fall down them. I thought that was kind of funny, although we've all fallen downstairs before. So thanks for the warning, Valve. And lastly, I found some nice rolls of paper towels, or gigantic rolls of toilet paper. You can choose whichever one. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of CSGO Map Secrets. I really did enjoy doing Nuke. I am working on Overpass and Cobblestone as we speak. Make sure to leave a comment down below which maps you guys want to see next. As always, live, love, laugh, remember I like you. Goodbye.